Hello, thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we're going to cover Marvel Crisis Protocol's NYC commercial truck box. Now, first thing I want to point out is when you buy the box, you will see a picture of two trucks. But when you assemble it, you will in fact only get one truck. Now you might ask, how is that possible? Well, the idea is that the back of the truck is interchangeable. Now let's keep in mind that this box costs $40. And originally when I bought it, I thought two trucks for $40, that's a little rich, but I would like the official stuff for my wife. Her and Brian are very big into MCP, so I thought, well, this came out, let's get it for them. So I did. In essence, you're paying $40 for one truck. Now maybe if you're lucky, you could set this on the ground, maybe you could do something to prop it up and turn it into an extra piece of game terrain on your board. That's nice. It's not $40 nice, but it's something you can do with it. Now, you can just pop these off and pop the new one on, but still, that's not enough for me. Now, one of the things that people liked was us talking about using MCP in 28mm. So I wanted to take this as an opportunity to show what MCP, the new NYC terrain truck, looks like next to 28mm models. So just like the car that we covered in one of our previous videos, the truck works just fine. It works very well in 28mm. I've got some Spectre operations models next to them. Fits right in. So I'm happy with that. That works, and for 40 bucks, I hope it would. But this leads us to the point of what we were talking about in some of the other videos. Is $40 really good use for these trucks? Now what I wanted to point out was these two vehicles, which I bought at CVS. I bought the taxi cab for $5, and I bought the ice cream truck for $6. Now for the taxi cab, 40 bucks, I could buy 8 taxi cabs and just really pretend it's Manhattan and just cover it in yellow cabs. Now, some of the issue I have is, well, let's say I want to blend some of the MCP terrain with my taxi. The taxi actually works pretty well. Size and stance might be a little tall, but it actually fits in with Doc Ock, Iron Man. Now, it does appear to be a little bit big, actually quite a bit big, next to the 20mm Spectre operations. But for $5, I'm okay with that. Especially if I want to do something like Zona Alpha where it's ruined, I'll take a hammer to this, dull coat it, cover it in dirt, and turn it on its side. You'd never even notice. The ice cream truck does have a smaller stance, so it might look a little tiny. But it is actually good for the Spectre operations figures. As you can see there, a little bit small, but I think it works for $6. So when going over the options of buying this truck, I have to think, what else could I have spent my money on for 40 bucks? What would I gotten the value out of? Well, 40 bucks, I could probably buy a new mat. 40 bucks, I could buy 8 of these and just cover my board in objects that Doc Ock can throw. And in essence, what you're paying for 40 bucks is the IP, the intellectual properties, the little bulldog image and the Oscorp. So I have a problem of where when I start buying in the miniature range, I'm a completionist. And when I first saw these trucks, I like painting plastic versus trying to take this toy and scuff it up and make it look in the dull pattern I'm trying to go with the way I paint my miniatures. But not for 40 bucks. So I'll say I bought one. I learned my lesson. I'll just keep it at this one. If they sold in 2, I might have bought more. I'm not going to do that in this case. I'll go buy more ice cream trucks. So when you look at the size of the NYC trucks for Marvel Crisis Protocol, they do work in 28mm. But save yourself some money. Go to CVS, buy some other vehicles, and spank the rest of the cash. So thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. See you next time.